And I'm back with more Persona 4 Golden. Went through level 7 and fought some more rare encounters and got some new personas. So I've got Orthrus, so who's now sporting Arrow Rain. Got Samael, who's sporting all the junk, which I might have had at the end of the last episode, but he's still learning stuff, and he has growth too, and invigorate, and resist physical, which is nifty. So I'll put on him, because he's got all the things except for a weakness to wind, which I don't like, and Dees, which now has tons of stuff, specifically fire spells, and a bit of healing. The hope is that by the end of this dungeon, I have Yukiko at a level that has Meteorama, so I don't need it on Narukami. But I'm at level 7, so I went through chapter 7. My hope is that I could beat the mini-boss on this level, and then get to the thing. So that's the gimmick for this level, is this annoying crap. Which is another gimmick I've seen in other dungeons before. They make a loud noise and they shift where you're moving.
3 enemies on the field. Be careful.
Ow! Great, Yosuke. Great job.
Yosuke-senpai, get up! That's amazing, Yukiko-senpai. Keep it together.
Yeah, get up.
This enemy's weak to darkness. 3 enemies left. You can win this.
So yeah, I don't have really a dungeon rant for this episode because I know there's a boss coming up. So really, the thing on my mind right now is Lee contacted me a couple of days ago as a recording, and this is going to be long, like 15 to 20 episodes after this, but the poll might still be up. She contacted me a little earlier saying cool stuff about how she's liking doing, because we've been at this for about 6 months now, where hey, we were doing all this stuff, and she's been showing off games like Dino Crisis and Legend of Legaia, and we recorded bits of Resident Evil, which we're going to do after Legaia, and then probably save things after that. And like I said, we overdo things sometimes when it comes to recording. More so that, like, we just record in huge ass chunks, which is cool because that means we don't have to worry about anything else for a long while. But she had the right idea. Was, despite what it has helped do, she was just like, hey, what is everybody else's opinion on the thing? You know? And it was right. And we put up a poll, and in my normal, like, I do things to overdo things sort of way, I put what was it? It was one of those 5-step polls that you get in these,
I couldn't do it.
It was one of those 5-step polls you get all the time. Strongly approve, approve, don't care, you know, disapprove, strongly disapprove sort of thing. And my thought process was, if people say strongly approve, then it means, hey, maybe I should stop doing these single playthroughs and, you know, have her join and do everything, you know, which would be, you know, this would be fun, but would also kind of, you know, put the onus on her and me to do that all the time, you know. But it'd be something to consider, you know, because there's always an indication or a thing where it's like, maybe she doesn't like all of these games all the time and wouldn't have much to contribute or things like that, or just wouldn't really care. And, you know, I'm kind of the same way in some of the stuff that she might do. It's like, it's worked out in a way, but there's always that fear that's present. So we were just like, hey, is it a bother for people when they're watching our stuff to be like, we're doing this for the fun of it? Is it becoming a problem where people just want to watch my stuff? Or do they want to watch more of her stuff? You know, because that was something like, hey, she does streaming and whatnot, but she also wanted to do her own channel someday, or, you know, little things like that. So we came up with a poll idea, and so far it was pretty positive, which was a good sign, because, again, there's, like, not everybody's going to want to say the same thing, or do the same thing, or see the same thing.
Alright, guys, sure. I mean, that's fine, but...
Yeah, I don't know if this guy doesn't...
Really hit it hard.
But again, I think it's nice that we came up with that idea before we just went full bore into every single thing. So it's like, you know, and Lee was the one who suggested it, because it's like, why, you know, why not, right? So it is a positive sign for us that it says, hey, we've got some people who want to see more of it. We've got people who liked it the way it is, and there's a couple of people that are like, it's cool. We don't care, you know, because that says, hey, we're doing something that people like. And there is that risk sometimes when you do something as a venture into the public eye that not everybody's going to respond or be willing to say one way or another, this isn't something we want, and we just don't want to tell you. Because eventually it'll be like, okay, it wears out its welcome, and then it becomes, okay, now people were unsubscribing, or people were making comments, or people aren't going, you know, so making a line in the sand to say one way or another that what we're doing, whether we're together or separate, is a good thing. Because now that, like, because we're always kind of bouncing ideas back and forth. It's like, what games would work best for both of us, and what games would work best as something she plays versus something I do. Does she want to jump in on some of the stuff that I'm doing that she's not heard of? Do I want to do the same on her end, like Ligaya? You know, because it worked out for Ligaya's purposes, as many people have flocked to those episodes, which I'm very happy for. Because you never know. You can't control what people want. You just give an object, and, you know, you give an object life, and then you set it free, and you're just like, okay, well, if people care, they care. If they don't, they don't. You know. But I always tell people, like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do regardless, provided I'm physically and mentally capable, and I think Lee's in the same boat, and we're just going to do our own thing. But it's also nice that people are like, yeah, this is what we want, and keep doing it. That's the general gist of, at least for the initial poll results have been stating, which is good for us because we know that what we're doing is something viewership wants. So it's a give and take. Same with the community polls of the votes for the games that are up. They're all games I'm going to do someday. Just because I want to do a specific one or two, I don't want to call results. That's why if something wins and something doesn't, I don't sit there and go, no, I don't want that. No. It's, I was going to play these games anyway. What do the fans want to see more of first? Because that's really what they're doing, is they're saying, I want to see this first more so than that one. Which is good, because it keeps me guessing sometimes, but it also keeps the excitement level. Because if I already know what I'm going to do, there's something to be said for that, but there's also something to be said for if it's not something anybody wants, then, or if they don't want it right now, then... So, anyway, I'm at the boss door. Just wanted to get that out of the way while I was doing nothing. So this boss is dumb. The idea is he's always going to summon a dude.
There's one enemy.
So the main idea here
Someone else's turn.
Just two left. Come on, this fight's not over.
is that they're going to keep resummoning that dude over and over.
Enemy down, Chie. Did it, Chie-senpai?
So,
Yikes, it's tough. I can't defeat it.
okay, he didn't go dizzy. Oh, that sucks. Also, before my episodes today, I went through the trouble. Oh, well, that's your trick. Well, that's annoying. So that's what you're gonna do. Just gonna have him keep doing the thing.
Kick their ass. Someone finish it off. So persistent.
Okay, that's fair. Ugh, you suck.
That was so cool.
It's not going down.
One enemy to go. Keep it up. Yikes, it's tough. I am thou.
This guy is not too bad. I went through the trouble of spending an extra day getting new items and stuff with all the money that I gained. So we're about as well equipped as we're going to be for right now, without us going through the rigmarole of doing it again before the top of the dungeon, which is probably what I'm going to do anyway.
Enemy. Let me concentrate.
Yay, let's go.
This is it. I couldn't do it. 2 enemies left. Don't lower your guard now. I can't defeat it.
Okay, he's not getting dizzy. He's just gonna heal. Fucking hell.
Defeat it fast.
You pain in the ass, dude.
Senpai,
All
that
right.
was so cool.
Got some thick skin.
Well, you're giving me the option, so... This guy's not so bad. Die, bitches!
I couldn't do it.
I didn't do a whole lot.
Okay, GA. I couldn't do it. Last one.
Did
Go
she
for
not
it.
do an animation? Did she not do an animation? That was weird.
Senpai. Couldn't quite beat it. There. I can't defeat
Come on.
it.
There we go.
Great.
Getting new equipment helped. Yeah, we're good. Alright. But yeah, I think I can get this dungeon done in 2 more episodes. This one and the next one. Orb of Darkness. So we're at episode 12. Alright, what do I want to do? What do I want to talk about? So, what do you guys want to talk about? Nice little Cody Rhodes reference. Anyway, I guess what I could talk about is Mitsuo. You'll see this when we get to him, but I might as well just give it a...
3 enemies. We have the initiative.
This guy
Electricity.
is a weirdo. This guy is a weirdo. And
Senpai, that
it's
was
a...
perfect. 3 enemies
He's
left.
basically
You can
a
win this.
full-on
Yes,
reference to
Senpai
those
was
people
cool?
who you see
No way.
online that talk weird shit and are kind of weird and squirrely people.
Enemy down.
Again,
Did
they
it, GA
exist.
Senpai?
I'm not naming names, but you can kind of go off and think there are people like this everywhere in dark recesses of
Enemy down. Let's
where they think weird things, or they say weird things, or they do weird things, and then this guy up and kills dude. Is it a manifestation of politics, religion, weird health issues? You don't know that. And that's the weird thing about situations like that, is you don't want to diagnose a person. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have that background. I've taken some psychology courses, but people like this are strange for the sake of being strange. They don't operate in the same veins that most people
There are 4
do.
enemies. Keep your guard up.
And the fact that he's thinking of this as a video game is proof of that.
Someone else's turn.
4 of them. You need to thin them out.
Because that's basically what this is. He's thinking of this as a video
Enemy
game.
down.
Go!
You did it, Chie Senpai.
Try and catch me.
You hit the.
Let me watch me.
And that is something that you have to watch out for
Senpai.
with people like that, is the problem that these people exist in a different headspace. It's like people on... People like... And I'm saying this as an extreme example. The people who are so convinced that they have to be trolls
It got back up.
just to be
Just do it
trolls.
fast.
Or so convinced that they have to be a certain way for themselves to function properly. Is it proper? Does it make sense? No. Because eventually some people can't be reasoned with.
Enemy defeated.
Now, does that mean that this guy is or isn't the one who did it? He is the culprit. That's all we know at this point. Skill level, oh my god. Like, I need more of these, jeez. Growth, oh my fucking god!
Another level for me.
Well, okay then, game. I guess what you're telling me is I don't need to use him ever. Which is totally fine, I guess. Now, could you give me Victory Cry? That'd be even better. Then I could just heal every fight. So, full experience while active. Well, okay then. Well, okay then, game. But, again, it stands to reason. What is his motivation versus what is the motivation? Why would you go so far? And... Because it's the same thing. It's like, why would you be motivated to commit a crime at all? You mean I gotta go all the... Oh. Well, it would help if I went the right direction. So I gotta go up. But again, it's the idea of going so far as to commit a crime, thinking it's a game, thinking people will notice you or something like that. It's for the wrong reason. There is no right reason to commit a crime. I mean, in some aspects, I'll give people some sort of like leeway if they're poor and they have no other recourse. You know, that sort of thing. Somebody was wronged and they are seeking revenge or something like that. Again, I'm not saying that's a good reason.
3 remaining. Keep at it, you go!
But it is a reason that would make sense. To an extent. I'm a poor person, so I steal food, or I connive my way to make food. You know, get food from people. That at least is understandable, to an extent. Again, is it a perfect example? No. But I'm trying to go... I'm trying to meet someone halfway in the sense that I'm committing a crime because I don't have the funds or the money or whatever to do a thing. I'm not saying that's perfect, I'm not advocating that, I'm saying that's something that would make sense. Other crimes, they're done out of passion or frustration or whatever, and as we see here, thy attention, thy fame, thy coolness. What? Yeah, killing people to think he's going to get famous. I'm sure that's what everybody else that became a serial murderer thought. Yes, that's totally a valid reason. No, it isn't, by the way.
Let's do this.
It is not a valid reason. If you want attention, you have to earn said attention. Nobody's gonna give you attention. Right? And nobody's... That's the thing that... That's also the thing that people have to watch out for, is nobody is entitled to watch your junk. Nobody's entitled to say to you, You've earned the right to be somebody that we care about, so here you go. No.
Enemy defeated.
Yeah, nobody is entitled to see anything that you do.
Enemy defeated.
The fact that you would go so far to do this to seek attention because you think you're a fucking scrub,
2 enemies left. There.
or some other reason, that's pretty fucking pathetic. And it is very pathetic. So, yeah, no.
Persona.
I don't like this guy. I want to kick this guy's ass, and I hope he dies. Or, figuratively.
Good answer.
Is everyone ready? Get set.
All right, here goes.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said that directly, but you know what I meant. Because seeking fame for something doesn't mean you should go that far. Because there are limits.
Have I gotten a little stronger?
There are limits. And sometimes if you cross those limits, you pay for the price. It's like that guy last week who, it's like he got sentenced for all that, pirating of Nintendo's merch. And basically has to spend his entire life in debt. Again, I'm not saying that's absolutely right. But he was profiting off of Nintendo. So I'm pretty sure Nintendo is within its right to be a dick about it. But is it a hand-waving gesture? Probably. It's a dick move by Nintendo. But
You need to thin 'em out.
he still stole from them. And an extreme case. So
Finish it off.
it's reasonable to assume, hey, this is a bad thing, don't do
It's a
it.
strong. This one's strong. Watch.
So I'm not saying it's a good thing. What I'm saying is, it is reasonable to expect blowback for doing something that is technically illegal. That's why I try my best to only do things that have been established. Hey, they're not copyrighted issues. They're not this thing. They're not that thing. Don't worry about getting in trouble. Because there is a worry about that, even though this stuff is technically fair use in some cases,
Yes, Spirit Chie-senpai.
and not really frowned upon anymore.
Ah, I got this.
You never know what somebody's gonna say or do. So it's one of those situations where you have to be careful. You always have to be careful what you're doing is right.
You really hit it
It
hard.
is a fine line sometimes,
It's showtime.
and not everybody's always going to be on your side. And even, like, court of public opinion could be one thing, but crimes are crimes for a reason. It's a sliding scale all the time, and you're never going to be quite sure what is going to be good and what is going to be bad, you know. But yeah, killing somebody is never a smart thing to do. We saw this with Phoenix Wright. It's the biggest crime out there. Straight murdering somebody. Safety belt, huh? What's that? Reduce the chance of dizziness? Well, that's kinda crap, if I'm being honest. No thanks. You go messing with your treasure chest. So, for me, it's these things like murder mysteries. I'm not the biggest murder mystery guy.
Yikes, what's with this thing? Don't give in.
I won't.
It's a strong one. Don't lower your guard.
Well, I'ma kill you.
4 enemies left. Don't give up.
Persona.
Oh, fuck off.
This one. I beat
didn't
it.
do what I was hoping it would do.
I am thou. There!
Wow, you're-
Senpai, that was so cool!
Dodging physical help.
The enemy's running away. We can do
Dork.
this. Go, Senpai, you rock!
All right,
not
Dizzy,
going down.
knock him down.
Hey, sit
Go after this guy.
Enemies left. There! Don't lower your guard now.
Ow!
Go, Senpai, you rock!
That's my true strength.
But again, it goes into the sake of murder mysteries. The murder mysteries, a lot of times, is you have to come up with the mechanics of how they're going to do it, and then figure out, like, what are you doing, how are you doing it. But also as important is the why, because it goes into how effective a villain are you. Because just as effective as a hero, if not more so, is a villain that you're trying to find. Okay. We're closing in. Good. And I don't know if Mitsuo... Hell no. Mitsuo is awesome. For Persona 3, she's my favorite Persona character, so of course she's
It's a
awesome.
strong one.
Anyway,
Three of them. Don't give up now, okay?
Here goes.
Mitsuo. I don't know how effective of a character he is, because it's hard to tell what he's going to act like when we actually meet
Keep it
him.
up.
Damn it.
Go for it.
But it just seems to me that
So persistent.
there's a limit
Persona.
to an effectiveness of a character like this, and it does seem fairly early.
You
Ow.
go, Senpai. Are you
suck.
okay? Senpai, that was so cool.
Got some thick skin.
Can you stand?
Come on.
Two enemies left. Don't lower your guard now. I am thou.
There we go.
Enemy down. Ooh, okay.
Yay, put him into the sky! Boom!
Here's showtime. Are you ready? All right, let's do this. Go! Knock him out.
Yay, let's go. Four more. Well, I got the sweet bonus, I guess. It's... Alright, whatever. That's not great, honestly. Alright, I'll take the chest key. Disinfect. No! I don't need that. They don't sell for much either. That's what sucks. They don't sell for junk. Anyway, another chest. Yay!
4 enemies on
You
the
know,
field.
I'm really starting to hate you. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's 4 of them. You need to thin them out.
Here goes.
Really starting to hate you guys.
Go! I'll finish you. You struck its
Go!
weak spot, Chie-senpai. Enemy defeated. That's
Alright.
the spirit, Chie-senpai.
Get rid of him! Let's kill him! Let's go! I will say this much when we get to it. Mitsuo's boss fight is unique, to say the very least. Yeah. Well, I got a chest key out of it. Got more magic. And I got some heals. I'll cut down on the amount that I need to heal from the fox for the fight, which is good. A bead! Even better. I'm good with that. Beads are nice, and I don't want to sell them. They're full heals for one party member. Nope. I think. Yep, there we go. Alright. End the game. So let's get out here. Alright. I'll spend my next break going through all of the personas, because there's one I want, but I don't know if I'm going to get the skill that I'm going to require from it, but I'm going to try. Okay. That will save me an extra day. It's pretty expensive, but god damn it, it's helpful. So yes, I will do a bunch of persona stuff with all of the extra personas I have. See if I can get anything good out of it. So, I'll see you guys next time.